What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Boit, and I'm yelling into my microphone. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Spawning in the bottom of the map, there is Age of Mythology, and spawning in the top of the map, there is the Titans Action. We do have Rapl, he is playing as Zeus, and we do also have AC the Great, also playing as Zeus. My golly gosh. I wonder what's going to happen in this. So, yes. Well, where to now, you ask? Well, we did see that Mr. AC the Great did in fact go for his Aurochs first, whereas Rapl did not. He went for the early pigs. So this might result in Rapl having some very large amounts of villager idle time here, because it's tough. It's tough to keep your town center not idle. And we are seeing AC going, I like this. I think this is a really, really good way to punish the greedy opening. And look at, wow. Wow. You stop your opponent getting pigs and then idle town center time. 4 days. Maybe not quite 4 days, but you force the granary out and live the dream. Look at this guy go. AC the Great, bigger brain than most. Bigger brain than most. I tell you what. Though he does have... Oh, no, he's got a decent amount of pigs himself, so he's completely fine here. So we'll see how it's going to go, but Rapl... Is this enough food to advance? I don't think it is. No. Maybe it is. I don't know. He's going for the 9 fishing ship build, 430 advance. Same too will AC the Great, and it looks like the temple will come down fairly soon. The pigs are making their way home as Rapl searching his darkness. I mean, if he gets these pigs in, he's going to be okay. Just imagine that all you do in the early game with your Katoskabos is make sure your opponent doesn't send pigs back home. Give me a big brain on Mediterranean. Get you some free wins. But it is also very, very lame. I want to see a good game here. I want to see ultimate trireme micro. That's what I want. Personally, if I could see like 30 minutes of just trireme going back and forth, that would be my paradise, right? Athena, we got a choice here for Rapl. Athena, they got a choice for AC. 28 pop for AC. 26 pop for Rapl. 9 fishing ships. 17 villages. It's a big advantage for AC from that early game there. By not being greedy at the start, you get a lot. It's good. Still no second dock thrown up just yet. See that go up fairly soon, I assume. As Rapl's getting his own one. I'm surprised to see not... Oh, he did get that fishing ship. Okay, you do want to get 9 fishing ship out here. It's very, very important. Helps you get sustained villager production. Helps you get the extra food you need for a second town center when that comes in. And we do see only 5 villages on gold for Rapl. Normally, you go 7 villages on gold when you go into the classical age. But both of these players going 5. I mean, AC the Great already mined himself an extra 20 gold at the start of the game. So, yeah. Makes sense for him to have 1 less, but 2 less? Don't know. Wild. Trireme starting to come out now for Rapl. And the trireme will come out for AC. Now, the thing that I've learned fairly recently about Mediterranean is don't attack. If you don't attack, you just win. That's the secret. Don't attack. And we did see the trireme coming out. Look, all the damage being dealt. This is a huge amount of DPS advantage right now for AC the Great. Look at the micro. Look at the moves. They're both clicking back and forth super quickly. Look at the strategy. The strategy in this game is immense. Actually, there has been a little bit of strategy thus far, but immense strategy. Yes. The unit comp's changing completely. I mean, what? Got the good micro here from both players. But it's looking like maybe more DPS on the Rapl ships than on the AC, the Great ships. You do have to make sure you're targeting those low HP ships mostly. Look at the micro. Look at the moves. Faker, what was that? No, wrong game. Shit. Okay, so more of that happening. And, Minotaur! The Minotaur's in! AC the Great gets one villager kill. Look at the moves! He's showing him the business. The Minotaur's coming in for Rapl. Rapl hits the thing. We see a restoration here by Rapl. Panicking here. And the bolt in by both the Zeus players as AC kills off one villager and a Minotaur for his own Minotaur. Very good play here from AC. He is living the dream. However, AC making the crucial mistake of being aggressive on Mediterranean. Nice micro here from Rapl. And AC the Great retreats. He retreats. Good. And we do have a question from the RTS Sanctuary owner. Your place for expert card games. How do you fix the water for more strats? Very simple. You kill the Batman. No? That doesn't work? Shit, I've got no idea. Alrighty then. You could just remove Mediterranean. Alrighty, so trireme pushing forward. Big micros here. There's the restoration from AC. Rapl trying to get away. He looks like he's just about to lose a trireme. He does indeed. We've got 18 trireme. 2, 15, 16, 17 trireme. But AC definitely has a big advantage here. And he's trying to use it. We are seeing some attempted micro from Rapl, but oh man, you have to sit there and take it, don't you? 19 chips for AC. 17 chips for Rapl. Third dock coming down. Still only 2 docks here for AC. Lots of food in the bank though. 85 pop to 78 pop, so just a little bit of an advantage. Good concave here from Rapl. Getting in nice and close here. Looking like he's trying to sacrifice a fishing ship. But he shouldn't be fighting this. You just click on your ships and you see you shouldn't be fighting this. Dock. Oh, and it looks like yet again the defender on Mediterranean has been victorious. Kinda. 16 trireme for AC the Great. 15 trireme for Rapl. Population very similar now. There is a 2 fishing ship lead. The villager numbers are actually equal now for some reason. Has there been a Jason or an Odysseus created? No. Villagers moving over onto the second gold mine here. Nice and early. Actually, both players are doing that. Nice and early. Love that. Genius. Absolute genius. Look at that 0 gold by Rapl. Perfect macro. Oof. Oof. There is a world here where AC the Great can just go straight to the Mythic Age, not to the Mythic Age, the Heroic Age. So sometimes on Mediterranean, it's one or two things happens. Either like the water fizzles out and you get a talent center, or you can win the water by getting to the Heroic Age first if you have the fishing advantage. And AC does have that. Is he gathering some food? No, he is not. He does need a lot more gold. And he is yet again pushing forward. And I will tell you before it even happens. I will tell you before it even happens. The defender wins. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. But maybe I'm not wrong. Maybe I'm really smart. I don't know. It's going to be close. Someone's very hard winning here. Oh, no. It's still close. Still close. And then all the triremes die. AC the Great still has a lot of resources in the bank, though. We should have something in this dock, though. There we go. And now Rapl has managed to somewhat survive, I would say, considering the boat numbers here. Very equal, and AC is trying to retreat just a little bit. Not just yet. Still 42 villages apiece, even though there's 3 fishing ships for Rapl now. Oh, less for Rapl now, I should say. And in the end, when it is all said and done, it's seemingly looking like the aggressor has won. I've been wrong. And there you go. The more you know. The stronger you become. But then again, Rapl does have a lot of resources in the bank that he was not spending them. So maybe he just sacked that and he's going to go for his town centers. It's 11 minutes into the game. Water doesn't really matter anymore. And there, it does matter in the sense that the town centers are in range. So you don't really want to lose water on this style of Mediterranean. AC the Great, he is getting himself his town center. I thought he was going to go heroic age, but nope, not happening. So town centers get grabbed. You can basically just go straight to 3 town centers here, if you so choose. He's on the berries. You want to stay away from farms for as long as you possibly can, but you will have to get those nonetheless. You see this Katoskopos over here. You might be able to move forward and get the Odysseus there to harass that while all the population is still on the water. But AC's ability to boom here is going to be a lot easier than Rapl's. And right now, Rapl just needs to take everything off of gold and just get himself his 3 town centers. And being 9 villages behind at this point, it's not enough to really be anything. The problem is that AC has been having an advantage on the water for this entire time. So he's just got tons of fishing ships. Tons of food, I should say. And he's got that per scene out already. As we do see the lone Odysseus coming forward and saying, "Hi, villagers." Katoskopos also coming in to get to have a say in what's happening here. And the villagers go, "No! Kill him! Shank the boy! Shank him!" Well, wall's now coming up, and we move into the next part of Mediterranean and the Greek mirror, which is race to the Mythic Age. Who's going to get there first? Well, AC the Grey will get there first. Really, all that you have to ask, the big question is, how fast can the player without the fish get to that age? And at this point, he's still fishing. And AC the Great has not really controlled this very well at all. I mean, the fishing ships, they don't have first scene, but it doesn't really matter. Town Center is just about to pop for AC the Great. Villagers jumping onto this storehouse here, doing all the good stuff. And now the fishing ships get dealt with. Big micro. Apollo coming through. Villager difference here. Rapl actually in the lead of all things, as the town center was up a bit late here. So he's actually got more economy, even though he's given up water. And this 500 score lead here for AC the Great isn't really real. It's just, I mean, he's going to want to keep these trireme here because he probably realizes he can just attack this. So what Rapl needs to do is docks, towers, and hope he can hold. But there's also the underworld he has to worry about, which is very real as well. And we do indeed see the triremes making their way over here and saying, "Hi, how's it going? I'm going to kill your wall." I actually kill this wall pretty quickly, all things considered. So there is two paths forward here for AC the Great. Because you're Zeus, you have those immediate siege weapons in the hoplites and the infantry. So you can go for a very, very fast full pop heroic age push here with heavy infantry. Or you can just go to the mythic age and get those ballista ships, I guess. We do have all the upgrades through for Rapl, bow, saw, shaft mine, all that good stuff. And Rapl pushes in. I mean, he can take this fight and he probably wins because he's got the heroes, but given he's got defender's advantage, all these units will pop out very quickly here, it seems. I want to see the docks getting taken down as well. There is still 15 trying. That's 30 population here, as AC the Great is 145 of 145 population. Effectively equal population with Rapl on the land. Effectively, I would say. Yes. Very good. Well, archery range coming up for the replicas. As the Jason getting shot down. And Rapple's not able to make any more ground there. We do see Apollo coming through for Rapl. And he's going to be a full minute, it seems, at the very least, behind AC the Great's Mythic Age. Actually, I don't see a market anywhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, and Hephaestus has got a choice. Not really a surprise. You can go Hera in this matchup. Can work, but it's a bit more risky. Better to go Hephaestus and just have that advantage there. So, Hephaestus, Carpenters, Quarry, Heavy Infantry coming through. Rapl is literally going to be 1 minute behind if he rushes that market up, which he absolutely is. And effectively, he just starts to hold here, and he's closing the gap in the score. He's got 80 villages. He's 5 villages in front of AC the Great. He's still fishing. Somehow, some way, still fishing. And we see AC the Great's Pegasus flying in here, going to be looking to hit some sort of an underworld somewhere. Meanwhile, Rapl is just going in. He's going a full ham in onto this position. You see the fortress coming up for AC the Great, but the Toxotes say, no, get away. This is my town. Just my town. And AC's going to have his work cut out for him holding onto this location here. He might actually have to underworld. Oh, God, where did he went? He's underworlded on the gold mines, but Rapl can underworld back there if he needs to. But very, very tough position now for Rapl. He's got a little bit of gold in his home base. He could move forward onto this gold mine here, if he so chooses. Should be very good. There's the Plenty Vault coming down. Immediate Forge of Olympus. Watchtowers as well. These units of Rapl need to come back, and the score difference right now is completely jumped into the favor of AC the Great. Do we see naval auxiliaries? Doesn't look like we're seeing an immediate... Yes, we do. Okay, so no surprises. He sees the town center. He's got, okay, naval auxiliaries coming through. Going to start making some of those siege ships going after this town center. And there is a room here for Rapl to go after this town center as well with his own naval auxiliaries. But we do see 11 Toxotes hitting some big raids now onto these villages. Dead, dead, dead. Living the dream. There's the Plenty Vault in the main base for Rapl. Catching a little bit back up, but still having to deal with all these units in his main base. We do have a stray Colossus looking to try and get in here to take this down. There are no heroes in, so you might be able to take that down at some point. Meanwhile, Colossus coming through, taking this down. We do have the villagers sneaking their way onto this gold mine. AC the Great not paying attention over here. And the entire army comes over here. Will he check this gold mine? Does he know about it? All those questions will be answered very shortly. So many upgrades coming through now for AC. He's getting everything he needs as fast as he possibly can. But then AC still has to return back over here. It is champion infantry versus heavy infantry, but with the help of the Manticore, it should be enough here to hold on. But it is looking like this one lone Colossus is going to be enough to finish off the underworld passage, and Rapl has managed to hold here, and he has his own underworld passage to deal with. But we still haven't seen those naval auxiliaries siege ships coming through just yet for AC the Great, but he's moving in onto this gold mine. Going to start hitting some raids here. He gets more villager kills. 78 villagers for Rapl, 77 villagers for Rapl, 75, 76 for AC the Great. Still very, very close on the villager count. So we see Stray Toxodi looking over here maybe for an underworld or something. He's got all these units in his base. So he's got 9 hoplites, so we could potentially tear down a town center. It's fortified town centers with the Mason's upgrade. Bronze shields, Iron Man towers coming through for AC the Great. Champion infantry finally coming through for Rapl. He's also getting himself some of those armory upgrades. So you also see the market getting torn down here, so the trade route gets denied. There is a little bit of an advantage for Rapl actually in the trade route because he started that first. So that's huge in terms of him trying to catch up on the economy. Meanwhile, we see some stray hoplite raids just wandering in town center. We'll slowly but surely deal with these guys, but still very good here. Temple coming out for Rapl. Military academies coming up as well here, trying to solidify that position, but he still has to be afraid of the juggernauts, of those naval auxiliaries juggernauts, which have been produced. No burning pits just yet, though. That's the big upgrade you need for these. I'm pretty sure it gives a big bonus for ships. Thank you so much for the 4 months, Smogan Smoke. Appreciate you, my friend. I'm going to check this out. Archer damage versus ships. Archer ship and gas defeat is damage versus buildings. So there is nothing here about siege ships versus buildings. I've been lied to. Anyways. The docks will get... I swear it does, bonus. I swear it helps out a little bit, surely. We'll have to wait and see. Naval auxiliary is coming through for Rapl. He needs to figure out places in which he can put docks down. Here, namely, would be good. Towers here fast will be good as well. But right now, Rapl is pushing forward with his army. The burning pitch hand towers coming through for Rapl as well. Crenellations, carrier pigeons as well for AC the Great. But now we see the hoplites and the gold colossus coming in onto Rappel's town center. This is huge. But forcing the underworld here as well from this position. Oh god, he's going to immediately lose that to just a couple of hoplites as well. But does force the army back here. These Oxy Juggernauts do end up finishing off the final dock, but just come over here. This is the place for them to be. And Rapl still hasn't really worked out. He needs a butt ton of docks here if he wants to hold this. But Secret of the Titans, nice and fast for AC the Great. Fair enough. He's got the economic advantage somewhat, but Rappel's close here. Very, very close. We do indeed see that Underworld Passage gets sniped down by the Oxy Juggernauts. So both Underworlds gone. No, neither Underworld has really done anything, in all honesty. But right now, the army of AC the Great can return back onto this town center, get max damage done. We do see these docks trying to come up. And let's see. What? Oh, it doesn't show anything. He's got burning pitch. You can tell, but it gives no bonuses. I've been lied to my entire life. Right now we have Masons and Fortified Town Centers for Rapl. So these hoplites, while they have the bonus damage, it still takes a long time to take the town center down. And they do have to kind of just allow the Colossus to get everything done. See Heracles coming out of the town center as well to try and help out as Jason gets it. Big tough Sun Ray coming through as well for AC the Great. It's funny because he has no archers out at all in this game, it seems. Meanwhile, we do see Rapl trying to make a counter push over here. I like this. Bellerophon trying to get built, but one lone Silver Claws is going to try and take this town center down. Maybe both players will lose their town center here. Bellerophon comes in. We'll be able to jump in and take down that Colossus here, it seems. Immediately placing down his Titan Gate here. No Underworld for this. Titan Gate will be coming up very quickly, and then Rapl has to figure out how he's going to defend against that. When Gold Colossus are in now for Rapl, so maybe this town center falls here, but then you can send villagers in to try and grab this town center. But AC does have how many villagers on this? 16 idle villagers essentially here, so his economy going to be hurting quite a bit here. But these Juggernauts can simply sit on both of these locations here as well. It's funny, these Gold Colossus, they're so huge in this matchup because you don't have a Polyphemus to whack them away. You don't have a Perseus to one-hit them. And you get your Bellerophon in, you get your Odysseus in. It still takes a long time for them to fall. Now, I do see some guard towers coming up as attempting to just kind of base swap here, but it's seemingly looking like AC can fairly easily get this town center up. He's going to have a Titan. He's going to have maybe 4 town center to 2 town center advantage here. And I'm not sure exactly what Rapl can do now. Maybe some transport ship shenanigans. Get in here onto this. Deny that. Get his own Titan out to push back. So you see some Heliopoli coming through. Going to be denying the town center for just a little bit longer. But like AC doesn't actually have anything over here. And he is struggling a little bit to produce because he's got 145 of 140 population. So these guard towers will go down. But while this is happening, we see the town center coming up. We've got double guard towers here. We've got a Ford Temple up. Getting himself Oracle as well. Gives him all of that extra line of sight of his buildings, which is huge. And you see the Bellerophon trying to come forward and snipe down this Heliopolis. But, you know, I still think this unit is best served just raiding. You get so much more value just raiding with it than you do having it in your army, because it just gets picked off, and all you have to do is hit 1 or 2, well, just basically just leave it on a gold mine and micro it a little bit, and you can just live the dream. But now we see Rapl, he's got ideas afloating. If Rapl can get in onto the Titan Gate with his hoplites, with his Heliopoli, he can deny the Titan Gate. So we'll see how he's going to go. We just see this Bellerophon is in by Rapl. Try to pick off villagers, and he does jump in, pick off 1, run around 15 seconds later. So he is getting that value in on the Bellerophon as the hoplites wander in here. I'm going to start taking down these villagers very, very quickly. We're actually just going straight after the Titan Gate as the Colossus is going to come in. Actually not. 5 HP. Run for the temple. Another dead villager. We'll see. Can the siege here of Rapl be enough? He's still not able to get this town center back. And now we've got 4 town centers coming through very, very soon here for AC the Great. These Heliopoli do so much damage. You got to pull your villagers. And the Titan going down. But I feel like it's still going to be able to live. That's the Heliopoli will end up falling here. This Colossus, unfortunately, gets absolutely murdered. And while Rapl may have delayed the Titan here, he has not completely stopped it. And we could see a Titan coming for Rapl, but he doesn't have the favor. As you see this Colossus going to wander in here and start swinging away and denying the town center, just barely getting in. Titan is now at 50%. You can go for like a transport ship. Oh, he gets himself an Oxy Juggernaut. Going to come back over here and try and take this down. There are no siege unit or naval units out at this point for AC the Great. So we might be able to sneak that for a little bit. We just see 66% for AC the Great's Titan, and it will inevitably come out here. And this is going to be a tough one for Rapl to defend against. We'll see how he's going to go with it. We have seen Greek players defend against the Titan time and time again. Fortress coming up for AC as the Heliopolis manages to take that one down. Tower falling for AC here as well. But more units now coming forward. And we see the Titan just about to give... not birth, but he manages to come into this world. He says, "G'day." And he starts going, "Rah! Rah!" Good stuff, AC. We'll see where he's going to go to next. And I guess come this way because you want to try and get the town center up as fast as you can. Funnily enough, like this pass was kind of really bad, but AC does have this Belleroof on here. And somehow Rapl has to defend 2 town centers against 4 town centers. We do have these juggernauts though. They're able to kill this off. And there's no defense here. With the Titan out, that's 20 population here. So AC going to lose his town center actually. We see Beast Slayer coming through as well by Rapl. So he knows he needs to get that. Very smart. And then you can just leave 1 or 2 juggernauts here to deny this town center. And then come back over here and kill this one off. And just be forever 2 town centers. Genius. Now AC wandering forward. We see the military academy coming up, trying to body block. He doesn't manage to get there in time. Does have this one back here. As the granaries are coming in. And you can see the damage already starting to come quickly onto the Titan. It does a lot of damage here. We see all these villagers back over here. Did not leave himself the juggernauts here. So he will indeed get his town center back up. And we do see a fortress on the beach. This is exactly what you need to do in these situations. Fortress towers helps out a lot. The Titan just goes down really quickly here. As the Greeks. But still going to lose the town center. Nonetheless. And then all these hoplites will fall to a bit of splash damage here as well. It's worth it to try and take these down, to be honest. Rapl's going to immediately try and put this back up. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. You can send the Titan over to take down the trade route as well if you so choose. But not happening just yet. Going to be repairing back up this town center. Look at this. This Titan just taking a beating here. Just keep using those trade caravans to body block. They have such a wide surface area for no real reason. They're like super difficult to walk around, and you can just block the Titan for days. We do see Rapl trying to get in here. He does manage to surround the Titan. A little bit of building shenanigans going on, but while that's happening, we see a whole bunch of gold colossus streaming in onto this line here. He's going after this. Holy wonder. Why not throw a wonder down in this position? Why not? Assert your dominance. The navy of Rapl, super infuriating to play against, I'm sure. We've got a whole bunch of Pentacontas coming out. Titan is slowly but surely going down to 2600 HP, only managing to really pick off 1 town center thus far, but the home town center here looking like it is slowly going down. Only there is only 1 Colossus left, but with the help of a Heliopolis, looks like this town center will fall as well. And AC the Great is slowly but surely looking like he might be able to take this game here. Fairly well set up now to defend his town centers. The Navy shenanigans here for Rapl. Takes a long time to take these guard towers down. AC's Titan just wandering around. 0 town centers remaining for Rapl as he is desperately trying to hold on here. He does have another game to go to after this, so it's not tawny over. And now AC can possibly send some villagers forward here if he wants to, but not happening just yet. we see the Gold Colossus coming. Going to deny the Wonder? Yep, yeah, this does heaps of damage. The Wonder gets denied. No wonder for you, AC. But no town centers for you, Rapl. I wonder how many resources he'll get back here. Let's take a look, because when this falls, it's going to be maybe like 25% finished. So, what does he get back? Like 2,000 resources, 33% finished, and then smack defeated, but back up to like full resources. And how he can get his town set up. It's actually a weird problem that Rapl's run into. Like, he wants to get his heroes out, but he's got no town centers to do so. I don't think he's got a fortress anywhere either. Let's try to get the fortress up. Cannot get the fortress up. And Rapl taps out. GG! The Mediterranean game is over. 35 minutes. And AC does end up converting here. Well played. Nice shenanigans nonetheless. With the town centers in the water. Managing to deal with that and getting everything sorted out. And well played by AC taking this game. We'll move on to the next game very shortly. If you guys enjoying these games, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you are unaware of what MetaPlays is, they are a organization that puts on tournaments for the smaller communities of RTS games, such as Age of Mythology, and they've been running these monthlies for 9 months now. That's so many months. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.